Hello friends, in last lecture we have solved 6 example of exercise number 4.3 and they are all problem sums. So you know how to solve practical problems. First of all, you have to read your examples, then you have to decide your variable x. From information given in this example, you have to prepare one quadratic equation in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, and then by any one method, either factor method, completing square method or formula method, we can solve the example. Now let me start one very important example on the basis of exam point of view, and that is example number 7. The difference of squares of the two number is 180. The square of the smaller number is 8 times the larger number. Then find the two numbers. Well, here difference is given to you and squares of a two number is 180. And the square of a smaller number is 8 times the larger number. So suppose, first of all, let me assume smaller number is equal to x. So here one very important thing is given to you. The square of the smaller number is 8 times the larger number. So we can prepare one equation. Square of the smaller number is equal to 8 times the larger number. According to this word problem, I have prepared one equation. Smaller number is x, and that's why x square is equal to 8 into larger number. So if you find larger number from this equation, the larger number become x square upon 8. So your smaller number is x, larger number is x. Now the difference is 180. So square of larger number minus square of smaller number is equal to 180. So x square by 8 whole square minus x whole square is equal to 180. Now x square means x raised to 4. 8 square means 64 minus x square is equal to 180. So let me cross multiply. So you get x raised to 4 minus 64x square is equal to 180 into 64. So x raised to 4 minus 64x square. If you multiply 180 into 64, you get 11,520 is equal to 0. You know, here it is a quadratic equation. So the formula is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Means the power of x should be 2. Here the power of x is 4. So you have to convert it into square to make it quadratic equation, because we can solve this quadratic equation by any method. If you want to solve this equation, it is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, but it is in the form of x raised to 4. So here let me assume x square is equal to y. So in place of x square write down y, then we get y square, because y means x square. So x raised to 4 can be written as y square. Here x square is in the form of y. So minus 64y is equal to 11,520 is equal to 0. Very important step for this example. Because the question is in the form of x raised to 4, if you want to convert into x square, you have to assume x square is equal to y. So you get one equation in terms of y. So find out y and then put the value, you will get your x. So your equation in terms of y is equal to y square minus 64y minus 11,520 is equal to 0. Now use delta method. You can use any method. So let me use delta method. So a is equal to 1. B is equal to minus 64 and C is equal to 11,520. You know the formula of delta. Delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. So minus 64 square minus 4 into A means 1 and C means 11,520. So 64 square means 4096, and if you multiply the 11,520 by 4, you get 46,080. If you add this, you get 6, then 7, then 1, then 50176. Now if you find out the square root of 50176, under root delta is equal to under root 50,176 is equal to 224. You can do this by factorization, or you can prepare a factor tree and find out the factors of 50,176, and from this you can easily find out the square root of this number. So first step ABC, second step delta, third step we have find out the value of under root delta. Now roots, here the roots are y. So roots is equal to y is equal to minus b plus under root delta by 2a. Minus 64 into plus 64 under root delta 224 by 2. So if you add this 4 plus 4 8, 6 plus 2 8 and 6 and 2. So 288 by 2 means 144. So y is equal to 144 in first case. The another root y is equal to minus b minus under root delta by 2a. Minus 64 means 64. Minus 224 by 2 plus minus subtraction. Subtract 64 from 224, you get 160 minus 160, and minus 160 by 2 is equal to minus 8. Means here the value of y, but the value of y actually is equal to x square. So value of y is equal to x square is equal to 144 or minus 80. But you know x square is always positive. So x square is equal to minus 80 is not possible in this example. So now you have only one value, and that is x square is equal to 144. So x is equal to under root 144. When you find out the square root of 144, you have to write x is equal to plus minus 12. So the number may be 12 or minus 12. So original numbers are, if x is equal to 12, so smaller number is 12. So larger number is x square by 8. So larger number is x square by 8. 12 square by 8. 144 by 8. 18 8 144. So your larger number is 12. So in first case, if smaller number is 12, then larger number is 18. Well, you can also take x is equal to minus 12, because here two different square of two numbers. Here positive number, this is not given to you. So you can take negative number also. So x is equal to minus 12. So smaller number is minus 12 and bigger number is x square by 8 minus 12 square by 8. Again minus 12 square 144 by 8, and that's by 18. So two numbers are 12 and 18 or minus 12 and 18. Special example of your textbook, because by explaining you get one equation in the form of x raised to 4, then how to convert it into square. So x square is equal to y. Convert this equation in form of y. Find out the value of y. From y, again find out the value of x. Very special example. Well, so this is about 7th example, important example. Now let me start another example, that is example number 8. The train travels 360 km at a uniform speed. If the speed has been 5 km per hour more, speed increases 5 km per hour. Obviously, when speed increases, the train takes less time. So it would means train would have taken 1 hour less for the same journey of 360 km. Find the speed of the train. Here in this example, your question is to find out the speed of a train. So suppose the speed of a train is x km per hour. You know one formula, that is speed is equal to distance upon time. So we can write time is equal to distance upon speed. We have already studied this concept in 9th standard science. So the time taken means time taken to cover 360 kilometer distance. So distance is 360 kilometer. At the speed of x kilometer per hour is time t1 is equal to distance upon speed. 360 kilometer is the distance and speed is x kilometer per hour, and that's why the time taken by a train to cover 360 kilometer distance at the speed of x kilometer per hour is 360 by x hours. Similarly, now you know speed is increases by 5 kilometer per hour. So the new speed is x plus 5 kilometer per hour. So new speed is equal to x plus 5 kilometer per hour. So again you have to use same concept. Time taken by a train to cover 360 kilometer distance at the speed of x plus 5 kilometer per hour is equal to time t2. T2 is equal to 360 upon x plus 5. You know here speed is increases, and that's why the time t2 is lesser than time t1. So 360 by x, that is your time t1, minus time t2 means 360 upon x plus 5 is equal to 1, because it would have taken 1 hour less for the same journey. So t1 is larger than t2 because t1 means speed is x, t2 means speed is x plus 5. When speed increases, time taken to cover distance decreases. So t1 minus t2 is equal to 1. Now you can cross multiply and solve this example. So 360 into x plus 5. So 360x plus 365 is 1800 minus 360x is equal to LCM x into x plus 5 into 1. So you can cancel 360 and 368. You get 1800 is equal to, if you multiply these two brackets, so you get x square and then you get 5x. So x square plus 5x is equal to 1800. So x square plus 5x minus 1800 is equal to 0. If you factorize 1800, you can use method of trinomial. You need 5. So 45, 40 is a plus minus is equal to plus minus. First factor is plus 45. Another factor is minus 40. So you can write x plus 45. X minus 40 is equal to 0. X plus 45 is equal to 0. Therefore x is equal to minus 45. X minus 40 is equal to 0. Therefore x is equal to 40. Now you know here x is nothing but is the speed of a train. It cannot be negative. And that's why x is equal to minus 45 is not possible. So here there are two answers. X is equal to minus 45. X is equal to 40. X is equal to minus 45 not possible as it is the speed of a train. So x is equal to 40 kilometer per hour. So we can write one sentence, that is find the speed of the train. So you have to write conclude statement that the speed of a train is 40 kilometer per hour. Now let us start example number 9. Two water taps together can fill a tank in 9 integer 3 by 8 hours. The tap of larger diameter takes 10 hours less than the smaller one to fill the tank separately. Find the time in which each tap can separately fill the tank. One another important and complicated problem sum is given to you. Two taps are there to fill a tank of water, and they require 9 integer 3 by 8 hours. Two taps are there, one with larger diameter and one with smaller diameter. The tap of larger diameter takes 10 or less to fill a tank separately. So your aim is to find out the time in which each tap can separately fill the tank. So you have to assume this. Suppose the time taken by the tap with a smaller diameter is x hours. So larger diameter tap takes 10 or less. So you can write the time taken by the tap with larger diameter is x minus 10 hours. So I have written this on the basis of the information given in the example. So read this example twice, find out the information, and from this information prepare what is x and what is the time taken for a tap of smaller diameter. Similarly, time taken by the tap with a larger diameter. One is x, so another one is x minus 10 hours to fill a tank. So the part of a tank filled in 1 hour by the tap of smaller diameter is 1 upon x, because the tap takes x hour to fill the tank. So in 1 hour, 1 by x part of the tank is filled. So the part of the tank filled in 1 hour by the tap with a smaller diameter is 1 upon x. Similarly, you can write, and the part of the tank filled in 1 hour by the tap with a larger diameter is 1 upon x minus 10 and x minus 10. And let me explain this. The tap with a smaller diameter takes x hour to fill the tank. So in 1 hour, it filled 1 by x part of the tank. Similarly, a tap with a larger diameter takes x minus 10 total hours to fill a tank. So in 1 hour, the tap with a larger diameter filled 1 upon x minus 10 part of a work. So the part of tank filled in 1 hour by both the taps, so is equal to 1 by x plus 1 upon x minus 10. So this is the part of a tank filled by both the tap in 1 hour. Both the taps together can fill the tank in 9 integer 3 by 8 hours. So 8 9s are 72 plus 3 75 by 8 hours. So both the taps take 75 by 8 hours to fill a tank. So in 1 hour, so the part of the tank filled in 1 hour by both the tap together is equal to the inverse of this. So 1 upon 75 by 8, and that's why it is 8 by 75. Again, the time taken by a tap with a smaller diameter is x. Here is it x minus 10. So in 1 hour, they fill 1 by x part. Similarly, 1 by x minus 10 part. Now if we add these two, that is the part of the tank filled by both the taps. But here given to you, 2 water taps together can take 9 integer 3 by 8 hours. So this is the total time to fill the tank. So the part of the tank filled by both the taps in 1 hour is equal to 1 upon 75 by 8, 8 by 75. So this is also a part of the tank filled by both the taps. This is also part of the tank filled by both the taps in 1 hour. So you can compare these two. So 1 by x plus 1 upon x minus 10 is equal to 8 by 75. So if you cross multiply, x minus 10 plus x is equal to 8 into x minus 10 upon 75. So if you multiply this, so 75x minus 750 plus 75x is equal to 8x square minus 80x. So 8x square minus 80x 75 plus 50x, this become minus, so minus 150, so minus 230x, and this minus 750 become plus 750 is equal to 0. Now here you get your equation in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So from this we can write a is equal to 8, b is equal to minus 230 and c is equal to 750. You know what is delta? So delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. Minus 230 whole square minus 4 into a means 8 and c means 750. So 23 whole square 529. So 223 whole square is equal to 52900 minus 750 4 is 800 300 308 are 24,000. So 289 552,900 minus 24,000 is equal to 28900. So 28,900. So you know the square root of 289 is equal to 70. So under root delta is equal to 170. Now the roots are x is equal to minus b plus under root delta by 2a. Minus 230 become plus 230 plus under root delta is equal to 170 by 2 into a means 8. So 200, 300, so 400 by 16, so you get 25. So value of x is equal to 25 here. Now in second case, x is equal to minus b minus under root delta by 2a, 230 minus 170 by 2 into 8, 60 by 60, so you get 3.75. But you know the 3 point, so here value of x is equal to 3.75. You know the time taken by smaller diameter is x, time taken by a tap with a longer diameter is x minus 10. So if you take x is equal to 3.75, this become 3.75 minus 10 become negative value. So time taken by a tap with a larger diameter is negative, which is never possible, and that's why here x is equal to 3.75 not possible. So x is equal to 25, and that's why the time taken by both the taps is x is equal to 25 and x minus 10 is equal to 25 minus 10 means 15 hours. So the time taken by a tap with a smaller diameter is 25 hours, while the time taken by a tap with a larger diameter is equal to 15 hours. Very important example, complicated example. Total time by both the tab is given to you. The relation is given to you that larger diameter tab takes 10 hours less. Find out the part of the work done by tab with smaller diameter as well as tab with larger diameter. Add them, compare it with 8 by 75, prepare equation, convert it into ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, and then you can solve this example. Now let me start example number 10. An express train takes 1 hour less than a passenger train to travel 130 km distance. So in this example, distance covered by both the train is given to you, and that is 132 km. If average speed of express train, you know express is always faster than the passenger train, 11 km per hour more than that of the passenger train. Find the speed of the two trains. So the speed of express train is given in the form of a speed of a passenger train. So first of all, assume the speed of passenger train is equal to x km per hour. So speed of express train is equal to x plus 11 km per hour. Now we have studied one concept in the example number 8, and that is the time taken by a express train or passenger train to cover 130 km distance at the speed of x km per hour is equal to time is equal to distance upon speed, so 130 upon x. Similarly, time taken by express train to cover 132 km distance at the speed of x plus 11 km per hour is equal to t2 is equal to distance upon speed 132 upon x plus 11. So 132 by x minus 132 upon x plus 11 is equal to 1. Now we know how to solve this example. Cross multiply. So 132 into x plus 11 minus 132x is equal to LCM x into x plus 1, 11 into 1. So 132x plus 132 into 11 is equal to 1452 minus 132x is equal to x square plus 11x. 132x, 132x cancel out. So x square plus 11x minus 1452 is equal to 0. So a is equal to 1, b is equal to 11, c is equal to 1452. Now we can use delta. Delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. 11 square minus 4 into 1 into c means minus 1452. So 121 plus 5808. So you get 5929. So 5929 is a square of 77. So the value of under root delta is equal to 77. Now here we have to find out the roots. We have completed step number 1. Find out ABC. Second number, find out the value of delta. Delta is positive, means roots are there. And under root delta is equal to 77. Now let me find out the roots. You know the roots are denoted by alpha, or you can say x. So x is equal to minus b plus under root delta by 2a. So minus b, b means 11. So minus 11 plus under root delta. The square root of 5929 is 77. So 77 by 2a. The value of a is 1. So here you can say 77 minus 11 means 66 upon 2. So x is equal to 33 kilometer per hour because it is a speed. Now again, x is equal to minus b minus under root delta by 2a is equal to minus 11 minus 77 by 2 is equal to minus 88 by 2 is equal to minus 44. So x is equal to minus 44 is not possible. Because you know the x means nothing but is the speed of a train, never negative, and that's why your final answer is x is equal to 33. So the speed of a passenger train, so x is equal to 33. So speed of passenger train is 33 kilometer per hour and express train is equal to x plus 11 means 33 plus 11 means 44 kilometer per hour. So we have to write one concluding statement at the end of this solution, that is the speed of a passenger train is 33 kilometer per hour and the speed of express train is x plus 11 means 44 kilometer per hour. Well, so we have solved 4 example. Example number 7, 8, 9th one as well as 10th one. So in next period we will solve another example of this exercise number 4.3. Thank you friends. Thank you.